I think you can make a real case for Nick Clifford as the best passer in the 2025 NBA draft. And I'll try to convince you of that today, but just just like watch him. The behind the back pocket pass is a special kind of ballsy play to throw it through the pocket window like that. The only player I can remember doing that is LaMelo in Australia. That's good playmaking company, right? I vividly remember this play. I think I was watching it live at like 1 a.m. or whatever in the morning when LaMelo was playing in Australia. But whew, the beautiful behind the back. And yeah, Neek is a trickster. He is a real trickster with the basketball. He loves his little like overhead flick. Jesus, man. It's a great cut here by his teammate, but yeah, Neek just no looks that, flips it down into that soft spot of the defense. And if you're enjoying these clips, like, comment, subscribe. All that would be greatly appreciated. But Neek is the most manipulative passer in the draft. And we're just going to watch how he toys with defenses with his eyes and his body language. It looks like he's setting up into a step back jumper, which he's a good mid-range shooter. So Clifford sets up into a step back. This defender jumps. He leaves his feet. Both of his feet are off the ground to contest, but Neek is just going to zip it into his big man. And Neek didn't play with like a high vertical play finishing big, but he is a truly insane manipulator. He had another one where he did this. I wish I could have found this clip, but Neek is getting doubled. He goes up like he's going to shoot the layup, but he's actually dropping it down to his big for an even easier wide open layup. I don't know how he thinks of some of these things in real time. And this is like the Neek Clifford special, right? Just his footwork is so deceptive. This looks like it's going to be a mid-range jumper. This just looks like a mid-range jumper. So, of course, this defender steps up, but that means the help defenders aren't going to be as active in this passing lane because it's, they think it's a mid-range jumper. He's so masterful. This court, horrendous. This pass, not horrendous. He is a jump pass machine. This is, doing his best Tyrese Halliburton impression. No looked right this way. This help defender is the one breaking point, and Clifford breaks him pretty easily. This is a covered pass when Clifford releases it. Like, this defender is sitting right here, but he's going the other way because Clifford moved him with his eyes, and he did this so many times. I will show you numbers in a second that support this conclusion. Clifford again, jump pass, stare at the corner. The help defender goes to the corner, and that's a wide open layup for his big man right there. He did this constantly all throughout the season, and it's just very hard to stop a player who's obviously a great scorer, which, we're not going to talk about much today, but another one of these shot fake passes, this just looks like a three. This looks like his normal form, but I don't know if, like, Neek must have just, like, audibled on the fly, right? Because he's pulling into a three here, but he must see that this space is open and his big man is going to be sealing into it. Just tosses it in there for his guy to go get it, finishes with the left hand. Just truly absurd, the kind of inventive plays he makes, and we're just, I could have included more of these, honestly. It's the same song and dance. Manipulate, defender leaves, wide open paint. Like, it's just rinse and repeat with these college defenses that had very little chance to stop Neek Clifford when he was just manipulating the shit out of Weakside defenses. Like, this looks awful to play against. You're never going to have any idea, because Clifford would just, like, hit this little kick-out pass often. He had a bunch of great shooters. His offense is good. But, nope, this defender just has no idea where the ball is going, and it's over anyways. Just creating so many wide-open layups simply by using his brain to his advantage. And I've been tracking playmaking all season, and Neek Clifford, the most manipulation, basically this is just the percentage of a player's passing potential assist plus passing turnovers that used manipulation, and he's first. Cooper Flag up there, Penda, Queen, Shrey, like some of the better passers, Harper, Yegor. And then in terms of just totals, he did it 34 times by my count, which is insane. 10 more than second place Yakuchonis, Cooper, Yegor Demon. So, like, he is a crazy manipulative player. Like we're watching 10 to 20 of those clips right here, where again, this time he's attacking his zone. And I love how versatile of a passer Clifford is. He's not just like a pick and roll or an isolation passer. Here he's quickly attacking a closeout, makes a decision on the move. Great processor on the move, which is super important, of course. But yeah, it just looks like he's going to kick it out. Exact same triangle that we've been drawing this entire time. Like it is the triangle of death, really, the way that Neek is able to manipulate that weak side help defender and create an easy lane for his guy. Oh my goodness, this one was so good. He's a great off-ball passer, right? We'll just make these extra passes. And like the obvious extra pass here is just to go one pass away to the corner. Like he can probably get a pretty good look at three, or if not, like close out attack and drive. But he's like, nah, I'm just going to get it. I'm just going to take one step and get it to the rim anyway. Absolutely ridiculous vision and creativity from Clifford. And it helps him break even just like regular sets and get the most out of... I think it's worth noting that Colorado State just ran a beautiful offense with lots of motions, great NBA actions, screening, spacing. And, you know, there were a lot of quote-unquote set plays, but I don't think the cut is, you know, really meant to score right in this position, right? There's very little airspace when Neek Clifford releases this ball, and it's a tight window to feather it into this space, but Clifford just drops it in the bucket right into his receiver's hands, who goes up and finishes. I think most players hold on to the ball there and don't test that tight window and just, you know, let their offense run. But Clifford is a high-value passer. Like, he really does seek these high-value layup passes, and it pairs with his awesome driving and burst. Like, right, he gets downhill, easy advantage, and just simply... I mean, he didn't even have to manipulate the defense here, really. He's staring down his target, right? But he's just reading this defender chasing to the corner just instinctively, right? Because, you know, defenders, most times, this defender's seen the play where he drives baseline, slide down to the corner, the pass goes there, he's going to intercept it. But nope, that's not what Neek is doing. He's throwing it into another tight window for a cut and a layup. He is so good. But he's also a great skip passer. Like, he can flip open the defense with his really good vision and height, of course. You know, 6'6", 6'7", to pass over the top of defenses is really great. And he's just good at, like, carving space downhill and making plays off of his drives, where Clifford just working a defender. He's not beating him with burst, puts him in jail, going to snake back to the right side, waiting for something to open up. This defender steps up, and again, it's like just an easy little lay down through that gap for Clifford to his big man right there. Again, we see him kind of get, this is a wild pass. He gets cut off on the drive. Like, this is great defense right here, but he notices this guy falling asleep. And look, again, we're just looking at the freeze frame. This is what the floor looks like when he releases the pass. This is a layup. This is like a catch one dribble power layup. It is insane how good Clifford is at anticipation and timing as a playmaker. He's not perfect, though. I do think he does miss some interior reads on drives. He's not perfect with these, right? Like, you know, most of the high level passers make this over top read pretty consistently, right? But he settles for a weaker pass. This still ends up getting an assist, which, you know, kind of bogus. But Clifford can miss those for sure. And, you know, he is a risk-taking passer, and that is just going to lead to turnovers. Clifford didn't turn the ball over a ton this year. Still had like a, you know, 1.7 assist to turnover ratio, but sometimes he was trying to do too much off the bounce and fit passes into windows he probably shouldn't. And this is a play that he makes against a lot of teams, and he makes a lot of the time, kind of like overhead faking to the post, and then he's going to swing it to the open corner, but he just kind of gets gaps right here. The defender reads the play. That's kind of a 50-50-ish ball. Like, that's a really good play by the defender. Great quick reaction. And I don't necessarily think this turnover is like damning or anything for Neek, but that's just what comes with his play style as a playmaker, right? You take these risks, you throw in the tight windows, even if it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous read right here, zipping it in, whizzing it past his big man's arms. And again, this is a small target, but Clifford could always be more accurate. That's just going to come with the territory, but I think it's fully worth all of the stuff that he does, especially when Clifford is able to score the way that he is and defend the way that he is and shoot the way that he is. And again, he's just going to miss some of these reads, right? Where especially it's harder to do this against double teams. He didn't face a ton of pressure this year, and he was fairly successful against it. But he tries to just like over top skip, but he probably doesn't have a good angle to read this defender, and he can pretty much sit on that skip pass, and this was the correct read in that situation that would have gotten him out of that spot. But I'm not worried about the turnovers. Nick Clifford can also do things like this. He is a ridiculous athlete who can just beat guys off of the dribble and have crazy half-court dunks while shooting the ball and being the most underrated special passer in the class. Like, just looking at wings, 6'6" above 26 assist rate. Like, it's a lot of good playmakers, right? A lot of guys just didn't make the league because of other issues, but you have your Scotty, your Lonzo, your Ben Simmons, even Shea's on there. Shout out to him. Grievous Vasquez, Anderson, Bain, Draymond. It's, even Banton is good, and Cooper and Dylan Harper are on here as well. But he is even better, I think, than his playmaking numbers suggest. And he has this high-level trait where I think, though, he is a well-rounded player. And like most scouting reports that you'll see of him, even positive ones, are like, he's just so well-rounded and does everything well. And that's pretty true. But he has this outlier special trait to me that he could use to help become a star, right? Like, if he can keep some of this on-ball usage and be a really effective wing passer, like, there's a pathway there. And I think Nick is super underrated. I would take him in the lottery pretty clearly. And his playmaking is a big part of that. And something I think is just not talked about super often. But let me know what you think about Nick, and watch out for the live draft show on draft night and the next day. Come hang out with us.